Welcome to the spoken tutorial on LibreOffice Writer, Inserting Images. In this tutorial, we will learn the following: inserting an image file into a document, inserting tables in Writer, inserting hyperlinks in Writer. Here we are using Ubuntu Linux 10.04 as our operating system and LibreOffice Suite version 3.3.4. We will start by learning how to insert an image file in LibreOffice Writer. Let us open our resume.odt file. In order to insert an image into the document, first click inside the resume.odt document. Now click on the Insert option in the menu bar, then click on Picture, and finally click on From File option. You see that an Insert Picture dialog box appears. Now you can select a picture if you have saved it on your system by writing the name of the file in the location field. Since we haven't saved any, we will insert a picture from among the options which are provided by default. So click on the Pictures option on the left-hand side of the dialog box. Now click on one of the images and finally click on the Open button. You see that the image gets inserted into your document. You can resize this image and drag it to the top right corner of the resume. So click on the image first. You see that the colored handles appear on the image. Place the cursor on one of the handles and press the left mouse button. Resize the image by dragging the cursor. After the resizing is done, click on the image and drag it to the top right corner of the editor. Other popular methods of inserting images is by using clipboard or scanner and from the gallery. Next, we will learn how to insert tables in Writer. Tables in LibreOffice Writer enable users to store their information in a tabular form. To insert a table into your document, you can either click on the table icon in the toolbar and select the size of the table, or you can do so through the Insert option in the menu bar. So in order to insert a table below the heading Education Details, place the cursor below this heading. Now click on the Insert menu in the menu bar and then click on the Tables option. It opens up a dialog box with several fields. In the Name field, let us give the name of the table as Resume Table. Under the heading Size, let us keep the number of columns as 2. Click on the upward arrow in the Rows field and increase the number of rows to 4. Hence, you can increase or decrease the size of the table using the up and the down arrows in the Columns and Rows field. Now click on the Auto Format button in the dialog box. This opens a new dialog box where you can select the format of the table you want to insert. Writer provides several options to choose from. We click on the None option under the Format and then click on the OK button. Again, click on the OK button. You see that the table with 2 columns and 4 rows gets inserted below the heading. Now we can write any information in tabular form inside the table. For example, click inside the cell in the first row and the first column of the table. We type here Secondary School Examination. Now click on the adjacent cell and write 93%. So this shows that Ramesh scored 93% in the secondary school examination. Likewise, we can type further educational details in the table. Click on the cell just below the cell where we type Secondary School Examination. We write here Higher Secondary School Examination, and in the adjacent cell, we write the score as 88%. Click on the first cell in the third row to access the next cell. Alternately, you may press the Tab key to move from cell to cell. So let's press Tab and type Graduation. Type the score as 75% in the adjacent cell. Finally, in the last row, we type the heading as post-graduation in the first cell and in the adjacent cell, the score as 70%. So we see that the table with education details is represented in the resume. Let us place the cursor in the last cell of the table. Now, if we want to add an additional row, just below the last row of the table, press the Tab key on the keyboard. You see that a new row gets inserted. On the left-hand side of the table, we type PhD as the degree attained, and on the right-hand side, we type 65% as the marks obtained. So we see that the Tab key is very useful in order to add new rows one below the other when the cursor is placed in the last cell. Using Tab and Shift Tab, one can also navigate from cell to cell within the table. Another important feature in tables is the optimal column width option, which automatically adjusts the column widths according to the contents of the cells. In order to apply this feature in the second or the right-hand side column of the table, first click and place the cursor anywhere in the second column. So let us place the cursor after the text 65% in the last cell. Now click on the Table menu in the menu bar and then go to the Auto Fit option. In the menu which appears on the screen, click on the Optimal Column Width option. You see that the column width adjusts itself automatically, matching the content of the cells in the column. Similarly, we can do this for any of the columns in a table. You can set different kinds of borders for your table, from having no borders at all to having all inner and outer borders, or only outer borders in your table, etc. For this, select Table tab in the main menu and Table Properties option, Borders tab to select appropriate option. Next, we will see how hyperlinks are created in Writer. A user following hyperlinks is set to navigate or browse the hypertext. A hyperlink is a reference to a document that the reader can directly follow or that is followed automatically. A hyperlink points to a whole document or to a specific element within a document. Before creating a hyperlink in the file, we first create a document to be hyperlinked. So click on the new icon in the toolbar. A new text document opens. Now we create a table for hobbies in this new document. So we write the heading as hobbies. Press the Enter key. Now let us write few of the hobbies as listening to music, playing table tennis and painting one below the other. Let us save this file. Click on the Save icon in the toolbar. In the name field, let us type the file name as hobby. Click on the down arrow in the Save In folder and click on the Desktop option. Now click on the Save button. So the file gets saved on the desktop. We close this file now. Let us now create a hyperlink in the file resume.odt, which would open this document. Now we write the heading as hobbies below the table containing educational details. In order to make the text hobbies as a hyperlink, first select the text by dragging the cursor along the heading hobbies. Now click on the Insert menu in the menu bar and then click on the Hyperlink option. A dialog box opens which has options like Internet, Mails and News, Document and New Document. Since we are creating a hyperlink for a text document, we click on the Document option. Now click on the Open File button in the Path field. Let us now click on the Desktop option in the dialog box to access the new document which we had created. Now click on the hobby.odt option and then click on the Open button. You see that the path to the file gets inserted in the Path field. Click on the Apply field and then click on the Close button. You see that the text Hobbies is underlined and is blue in color. Hence, the text is now a hyperlink. Now place the cursor on the heading Hobbies and press the Control key and the left mouse button together. You see that the file containing the hobbies opens up. Similarly, you can also create hyperlinks for images as well as websites. This brings us to the end of the spoken tutorial on LibreOffice Writer. To summarize, we learnt about inserting an image file into a document, inserting table in Writer, inserting hyperlinks in Writer. Comprehensive assignment. Open practice.odt. Insert an image into the file. Insert a table with 3 rows and 2 columns. Make a hyperlink to open www.google.com website when you click on the image in the file. Watch the video available at the following link. It summarizes the spoken tutorial project. If you do not have good bandwidth, you can download and watch it. The Spoken Tutorial Project team conducts workshops using spoken tutorials, gives certificates for those who pass an online test. For more details, please write to contact@spoken-tutorial.org. Spoken Tutorial Project is a part of the Talk to a Teacher project. It is supported by the National Mission on Education through ICT MHRD, Government of India. More information on this mission is available at spoken-tutorial.org/nmeict-intro. This tutorial has been contributed by Daisy Crew Solutions Private Limited. Thanks for joining.